Hello everyone, welcome back. I have been very busy the last few days trying to get my shop done. I have been building some cabinets, moving things around to make it more storage efficient and video production friendly as well. I have a lot to do yet to get it where I can show it off to you, but please stay tuned. Also, I will put a video together where I can show off that remodeling work and also show you my wall of fame in more detail. I'll go over the French cleat system and why I went that route. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in knowing more about it. Today's video is extra special. It is the 5th installment in our Painted Canvas series, and I'm excited to celebrate a huge milestone with you. In our last video, we hit 1,000 subscribers, and nearly 99% of you joined thanks to our first 4 videos. So thank you for all that amazing support, truly. Now, I have been busy testing my trusty diode laser on a range of surfaces. Can it really turn any surface into a masterpiece? Well, today I'll show you laser engraving on plywood, painted slates, MDF, and both stretch canvases and canvas sheets. If you have been following my progress, you know I have some favorites of mine right here on my wall of fame. And also I'll answer a common question I get a lot. Can a canvas be repurposed and engraved again? So let's dive in. In our earlier videos, I demonstrated how prepping a painted canvas and making a few key tweaks, like boosting sharpness and adjusting grayscale, produced those crisp, high contrast engravings. Since my images are already well balanced, a bit of extra sharpness does wonders. Today I'm taking that same formula and applying it to some exciting new materials. Exciting new materials to me. Let's break down the surfaces I've been working with. Plywood. This material is rugged and versatile, perfect for that rustic vibe. Keep in mind I didn't use primer on the plywood, and as a result, the engraving wasn't as crisp as on the other surfaces. You will see. Slate stones. Now, some of you might prefer the natural look of the slate, but for our process today, I painted our stones. So please don't hate me. This is just for science. I started with a clear coat to act as a primer of sorts. This creates a consistent base for engraving, even though it means giving up a bit of that natural raw look to it. Just like the canvases and MDF, I applied 2 coats of white, then 1 coat of that specific color tailored to my image. And of course, I spray painted black as our last coat. Remember, start painting your light colors first and finish with the darker ones. MDF. This smooth, consistent surface is ideal for detailed work. I use primer on the MDF mainly because MDF is notoriously good at soaking all that paint. It yields crisp, clean engravings though. I sourced my MDF sheets locally for another project and I thought it would work great for my testing. It has done so well, even better than I expected, it has quickly become my favorite surface to engrave on. It does have a sheen to it and it stays after the engraving. You will see later what I mean. Canvases. Whether stretched or sheets, these classic art surfaces are getting a bit of a twist when used for our engraving. I've got some great clips of me painting these surfaces so you can see how I prepare them for that laser magic. You can find some of those videos up here. The texture of the canvas stays even after a couple of coats of paint. I think the texture boosts the quality of the image, almost helping create a 3D effect type of thing. Now let's take a closer look at engraving on painted slate. Many of you have seen the process on canvases, so I wanted to show you something different today and use some of my accumulated B-roll clips too. I start by spraying the slate with a clear coat. I used what I had, and the point of it is to create a good base for my paint, like a primer. I did not use actual primer because the one that I have is also a filler, and I wanted to keep as much of that stone texture as possible. Then I went with my go-to process for painting. 2 coats of white followed by 1 coat of that chosen color, ending with black. Next, I import my image into Xtool's Creative Space and I stick to my trusted settings, boosting sharpness to highlight every edge and adjusting grayscale for that perfect contrast. Since the images are already well balanced, these adjustments do most of the work. Engraving. And here is the fun part. Watch the laser at work on the painted slate. The combination of the painted layers, the primer, and the slate's natural grain creates a unique modern edge that really makes the design pop. While some purists prefer the natural look of the slate, I find that painting and priming it provides a reliable source for consistent, high-quality engraving. Now here's a question I get a lot. Can a canvas be repurposed and engraved again? The answer is a definite yes. In our previous video, I showcased a canvas that had already been used twice. First, I engraved a portrait of my Beagle Cooper. He's still a good boy. Next, I did a sunny beach scene. For the third engraving, I opted for a vintage microphone design. Even though the canvas had developed cracks from previous layers, those imperfections allowed hints of the old color to peek through, adding character and making the final piece even more unique. Repurposing isn't just about saving money. It transformed the canvas into a piece of art with its own story and history. Now, let's take a look at our final results. The plywood offers a warm, earthy finish, though the engraving isn't as crisp due to the lack of primer. Yes, I totally forgot to spray the primer, and I had to go back to my video to verify, and sadly, I must have spaced out and totally forgot. I really like the result, but it did not come out as good as it could, and that's 100% on me. So please don't blame the plywood. The MDF shows a smooth detail engraving thanks to the primer, and it's also a very smooth and even surface to start with, and I'm sure that's 90% of the battle. I sprayed a coat of glossy lacquer on this one, and as you can see, that sheen is here to stay. I actually like it, but others here in Severna Builds find that sheen a bit too distracting. What do you think? Do you know MDF could work so well for engravings? Do you mind that sheen to it? Let me know in the comments below. Canvases, both stretched and sheet canvases, provide a classic art vibe, with repurposed ones telling an even richer story. Painted slate. This material stands out with a modern texture. Painting and priming the slates ensure a consistent base and a striking engraving. It does take away a bit of that natural look to the stone, but even after priming, painting, and engraving, I can still see and feel that natural texture. What do you think? I know we have two camps here. The keep it natural camp and spray awake folks. To what camp do you belong? Let me know in the comments and let's settle this debate. After this result, I think, and it's pretty obvious, each material reacts a bit differently, but with the right preparation, our laser technique brings out the best in all of them. So, can my Diode laser create masterpieces on any surface? Absolutely. Whether it's plywood, painted slate, MDF, or canvases, even repurposed ones. The possibilities are basically endless. And yes, you may say that anything that you paint multiple coats of paint on and then engrave will come out just right. And I think I can agree to that to a degree, because you need to follow the process, take your time, prepare the surface accordingly, keeping in mind that every material will react to paint differently, and test, test, test. And you knew I was going to say that. Listen, I'm incredibly grateful for your support in helping us reach 1,000 subscribers, especially since near all of you joined because of our first 4 videos. Your support means everything to me. And if you enjoy this experiment, drop a comment below with your thoughts and questions. And if you have extra questions or just want to chat, you know where to find me on Facebook. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with your fellow DIY enthusiasts. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay curious. So long.